Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning for our 6 a.m. Pacific Time daily devotional using 365 Science of Mind, a year of wisdom from Ernest Holmes. I'm particularly glad that I'm here with you and I have this practice this morning as the world is dealing with the news of war in Europe. And last night, as I was educating myself, I started watching footage, reading histories, and um, I looked forward to this moment to be with you. And I visualize all of us being like these candles I'm going to light in a moment. Such a powerful image of solidarity and focus of heart and brightness and illumination and warmth. And I know that is part of what is mine to do. So I invite you to get some candles yourself, and you don't have to light them at any particular time of the day, but to light them with an intentionality to bring into your heart awareness the safety and the peace of our world. So I light these candles this morning for everyone and anyone who finds themselves in a place where there is armed conflict. I light it as a symbol of connection and warmth and light. It is important for me to have something to do, especially in times when I feel frustrated by my sense of helplessness, and also when I feel my mind being disturbed. And I'm thinking about how important it is that I do whatever I can do to be a center of peace within the mind of creation, to make sure that somebody, you and me and whoever can, is holding what sometimes is called the highest watch. Today's reading from 365, I'll leave it up to you to read the whole text, because as far as I'm concerned, the quote from 1 Kings chapter 3 is enough for my center of focus this morning. And if you're not familiar with that particular book in the Bible, it's about Solomon, King Solomon, who is wondering about his worthiness to rule and to govern. And the divine comes to him in a dream and asks, "What do you want? Because you can ask for anything and I will give it to you." And then in the dream, Solomon says, "Look, you've made me this great king, and now I don't know how I'm going to govern. So here's my request. Give me a heart of understanding so that I can govern, and so that I can know the difference between what is right and what is wrong." And so then in the dream, the divine is notes this and says, because you have asked for wisdom, I will give it to you, and I'll give you in excess of that. And the reason why is because you didn't ask for something like long life, or you didn't ask for the death of your enemies. And so not only will you get the wisdom, but you will get so much more in excess of that. And the reason why that touches me is because, this world conflict is not going to be solved by scapegoating. It's going to need people like you and me to throw open our hearts to the entire family of beings on the planet. So I see my work today, and I invite you to join me into being as open-hearted and clear and love-centered as I can. So I invite you to breathe in with me. And as you exhale, let your eyes close. And imagine with me each one of us being a candle lit, just like this. Let us just be with whatever thoughts and feelings are present for a moment before we turn to the consciousness of prayer. In the infinity of life where I am, all is whole, all is complete, nothing is missing, because the full living spirit is present in its complete form, undiluted, unrestricted. That spirit is life, it is divine, it is perfect, and it is the only life being lived. And so I bring my heart and I bring my thought and I bring my imagination to this awareness of the life of the divine in me and in us and in the community of beings in the world. And I place my heart and my understanding symbolically at the temple of the living spirit within, and like Solomon, ask for understanding. And I ask in the sense of knowing that that which I ask for, the divine provides. I ask in the sense of seeking and knocking, in the sense of affirming and opening up to. And so I ask, seek, and claim, whatever word is appropriate, the understanding to know what is mine to do and to think and to be. And in that seeking of understanding, I keep opening up my mind and my heart as a place of warmth and light on behalf of those who find themselves in areas where there is armed conflict. And as best as I am able, I let drop from my mind all thoughts of how a thing should be solved. And I turn my attention to why. Because love is power. Because we are one. Because peace is desired. And I give all of my trust and my loyalty and attention to what I call the truth of being within me on behalf of all. There is only one love. That love is divine. That love is perfect. And that is the love that lives in me and cares through me and feels through me and responds through me right now. I trust this life and this love and its light. I trust it to radiate through me today. And I take to heart that there is only one of us. And so that the heart and the peace and the light that I'm tuning into here exists everywhere where here is. And here and now is at the center of the infinite and the eternal. And so the work I am doing in consciousness now for myself is also for the self of me that appears everywhere. So faithfully and loyally today, I turn to peace. I turn to love. I turn to my heart through the use of my mind. And so it is. I thank you for joining me today, and I'm so grateful to see you here with me this morning and to learn where you are tuning in from. And what I'm going to do today, this one particular candle is in a jar, so it's safe to let it burn all day. And I let it burn today because I want to use it as a visual reminder so that as I go about my work and do my things today, every time I look at it, I can reaffirm what work I'm doing first thing in this morning. I thank you for sharing this post, and I look forward to being here with you again tomorrow morning. I love you very much.